Hi, I'm Gary Campese. I'm here for Thermaltech, and I'm going to show you how to operate these ripening rooms to give you the best possible results. This is a standard 2-truckload ripening room. It holds 42 pallets of bananas, but no matter how your rooms are configured, single wide, double wide, 2 or 3 tiers, the tarpless ripening room from Thermaltech operates the same way. First, let's take a look at the airflow enclosure system. So tarpless ripening rooms work by circulating temperature-controlled air evenly throughout every box in the ripening room. Every room is made up of a series of vertical air circulation cells with a forced air fan at the top. In this room, there are 7 cells on each side, and each cell is 3 pallets high. Proper pallet positioning is critical to the performance of the ripening room. Pallets need to be tied up against bulb gaskets and tied up against a curb
and pallet rails
in order for the room to perform properly. A pallet must be loaded into each pallet position below the forced air fan.
If any pallet position is left open, you won't have proper air circulation.
And the air is going to bypass those pallets and follow the path of least resistance, flow right out here. In order for the room to work properly, you have to close off any remaining pallet position with a dummy pallet. A well-constructed dummy pallet utilizing corner boards will protect the bulb gaskets from the sharp edges of a pallet. I'm up here next to the evaporator coils and temperature sensors. I thought it would be really important to show you some of the features of this Thermaltech ripening room. These are the high-pressure fans that deliver the air down the wall side and through the pallets. The fans push the air down through the pallets and draw it back up into the cooling coils. The whole process continues to repeat during the entire ripening cycle. That is how the whole thing works. Since pallet loading is so critical to the performance of the ripening rooms, I recommend that you watch the Thermaltech loading and unloading video on our website to get the best results with every load. Next, we'll take a look at temperature control. Room temperature is controlled by these large horizontal evaporator coils and heating elements that run along the top of the rooms above the fans. The fans draw the return air that's already passed through the pallets back up and through these coils. The evaporator coils warm or cool the air as needed before sending it back through the pallets. There are temperature sensors located on both sides of the evaporator. This is the return air sensor. It measures the air temperature prior to it going back through the cooling coils. This is the discharge air sensor. It works in conjunction with the pulp probes to deliver temperature-controlled air throughout the entire room. A single-wide room has a set of sensors on one side, while a double-wide room has a set of sensors on both sides. Most important of all are the pulp probes, located on the bottom tier near the rear of the room. Pulp probes monitor the actual pulp temperature of the fruit. In order to insert the probe properly, take the probe and place it 1 inch into the center of the pulp of the fruit as such, and you're done. When inserting the probe into the fruit, make sure the tip of the probe is facing toward the door. This way, the probe won't be ripped out of the socket if someone pulls the pallet out of the room before the probe is removed. Utilizing the combined data between the temperature sensors and probes, the tarpless ripening room maintains proper temperature during the entire ripening cycle. What's most amazing is there's over 100,000 banana fingers in this ripening room, and by placing the probe in 1 or 2 fingers of bananas, I have the confidence that all of the bananas in that ripening room are going to come out to the exact same color every time. Next, we'll take a quick look at the gassing, venting, humidification, and reverse osmosis, or RO system. This is the ethylene generator that converts the liquid ethylene into a vapor that begins the gassing process as soon as the pulp temperature reaches the desired temperature. This is the fresh air intake vent. It's located just inside the front door of the ripening room. It works in conjunction with the rear exhaust vent and brings fresh air into the ripening room and exhausts all your ethylene and any other carbon dioxide throughout the entire ripening cycle. So the venting system is important because you want to bring in fresh air into the ripening room, especially after the gassing cycle. So you can do a fresh air exchange in this room within 30 minutes. After the gassing cycle, I recommend venting the room every 3 hours for 30 minutes. You can do that through the PLC. This brings fresh air into the ripening room, takes out all the carbon dioxide and any ethylene gas. It's important to note that you must gas at the same temperature in a multiple zone room. Once you're finished gassing, then you can adjust your temperatures according to the ripening cycle that you desire. The humidifier located in the back of the room is designed to maintain industry recommended 90% relative humidity during the entire ripening cycle. This is the humidity sensor. This is what turns your humidifier on and turns it off during the ripening process based on what you have set at the PLC. One thing that's really important to note is that do not get the sensor wet. Be sure to cover this sensor with a plastic bag during the cleaning of the room, otherwise you'll damage and destroy the sensor. This is the reverse osmosis system, also known as the RO system. It's either located on the top of the room or next to the room on the main level. The reverse osmosis system delivers clean, filtered water to each humidifier in every room. It's important to know that the RO system contains filters that need to be changed on a regular basis. Be sure to watch the Tarpless care and maintenance video located on the Thermaltech website to get the best results from your ripening rooms at all times. Last but not least, let's take a quick look at the controls themselves. Let's take a look at the touchscreen controller. From here, I can adjust temperatures on the room on the left or on the room on the right. I'm up on top of the ripening rooms here, and this is the ripening room control panel. This particular one controls 2 rooms, so take a look inside. All the functionality for these 2 ripening rooms take place in this panel. Now, all these controls are talked to by the touch screen down below. There's one panel for each touchscreen or for every 2 rooms. This is where all the data comes together to monitor and control the room. You can set and monitor your ripening program directly from the touchscreen or from the PC interface, which lets you monitor and control all the rooms from a single PC. Well, that's it of today's tour. Knowing how and why your ripening rooms work are going to help you produce the best ripening results going forward every day, 365 days a year.